Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we're continuing to speak about the approach of Radha-kunda and about the qualification and the beauty of Radha-kunda. This series will have both things, because we could speak about Radha-kunda in a very theoretical way. But if we don't also understand how to make it a reality, then theory is nice, but it will not save our life. We may have to make the theory become true, and this is by the abhideya, the process of transforming our heart into the heart of an eternal servant of Radha and Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyanam Janam Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Gramayam Dadati Swapadantikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadadhar Shivas Hari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namam Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prestaya Bhutale, Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste, Sarasvati Devi, Gaurabani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine. So last time we stopped about speaking about the holy name. Because actually in his Upadeshamrita, Sri Rupa Goswami is introducing us to the highest reality. The highest reality is called Prayojan, ultimate goal of life. And the process to attain this ultimate goal of life is called Abhideya. And Sri Rupa Goswami is the Abhideya Acharya. He is the Acharya who is showing us the path to perfection. And Upadeshamrita is, I would say, a big part of his showing us the ultimate path. Perfection is prema, pure love of Krishna. Though then when we reach the Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita, or Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's Chaitanya Charitamrita, commented by Prabhupada, we realize that actually prema has different steps, different levels. And so there is rati, sneha, mana, pranaya, raga, anurag, bhav, mahabhav. And Rupa Goswami is introducing us not only to prema but to mahabhav and to the ultimate level of mahabhav, which is called adiruddha mahabhav, that feeling which is experienced only by the young damsels of Vraj, who are the girlfriend and maidservant of Shri Radha, the embodiment of the purest and most unlimited love for Krishna. So yes, the ultimate goal of life is pure love for Krishna. But which kind of pure love for Krishna Rupa Goswami and Mahaprabhu are giving us? It is the ultimate pure love for Krishna, the ultimate aspect. So Upadeshamrita is introducing us to that, because that ultimate aspect of pure love for Krishna is ideally represented and manifested in the form of Radha-kunda and Shyama-kunda in Vraj. So Rupa Goswami is telling us the steps that we have to follow in our life in order to awaken and then this very beautiful level of pure love for Krishna. This awakening cannot happen by our own effort. It's only by grace, by divine mercy. Nobody can qualify himself to attain pure love for Krishna. It's a gift. Nobody deserves pure love for Krishna. We will never deserve. There is nothing we can do in the three worlds to deserve pure love for Krishna. Nobody can deserve pure love for Krishna. Because it's such a sublime reality that there is nothing that can, that can there is nothing, I forgot my English word, there is nothing that can make it deserved. I don't know if I explain myself properly, but I can't find my word and I have no one here to tell me the word, so I'll have to do it like that. There is no act that we can do that will make that, okay, now we have done this act, we deserve pure love for Krishna. No. Everything we can do, and for eternity, forever, no matter who we are, that will never bring us the merit of Krishna Prem. There is no merit for Krishna Prem. It's so divine, so big, so perfect, that it can only be obtained by grace. It's something that comes down on us that we absolutely don't deserve. It's too beautiful for us, but the nature of prema is also kripa, mercy. So the heart of Radha and Krishna is overflowing with mercy as well as with pure love. And because of this, the nature of this pure love is to be merciful also. And that's our only grace. But Prem Purushottam, Radha Krishna combined themselves in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in order to come and give us that undeserved divine gift. That's our only hope. By their mercy, we can obtain it. It's not, and because of it, it's not that it's something unreachable. It is reachable. It is reachable for everybody because there is no qualification that can bring it. It's only by grace, and grace is something that by nature comes to anyone. But the nature of grace is that also it mostly comes down on those who are willing it, those who are begging it, crying for it. This is how divine mercy directs itself. So, and how this mercy comes to us, the mercy of Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna, how do they give us this prem? Through the Vaishnava, so the great pure devotees who come from the spiritual world to bring us, to introduce us to that love through the name, as well also as in the form of in the deity form, but we say mostly through the form of Vaishnava that can be physical, or what we call Shastriya Sadhu Sangha in the form of their books. This is their association from their heart. They're giving us that pure love, and listening to them, associating with them. Their pure love will be transferred gradually in our heart, depending on how much we're taking at heart what they tell us, how much we're putting in our heart as the core of our heart, as the center of everything, what they're sharing with us. If we do so, we're just putting their heart in the core of our life, and we become transformed quite quickly. The reason some devotees don't become transformed, we don't become transformed, mostly because we don't put part of the Vaishnavas who are the associated with Radha and Krishna, receive either personally or through their books, into the core of our hearts, and just live by that. We don't do it. That's reason number one. Also, the holy name, because the holy name is embodying the unlimited mercy of Radha and Krishna. Nadvam Namanami. The holy name is not different from Radha and Krishna, so it's not different from the mercy and the heart and the love of Radha and Krishna that they want to give us. So, by following the, I would say, state of mind, the consciousness that group introduced us to in the first 6 verses of Upadeshamrita that we discussed quickly last time. By chanting the holy name gradually, our heart will be transformed. All the bad things in our heart will be destroyed and removed. This is the effect of attentive chanting. Rupa Goswami tells us very carefully we have to chant the name of Radha and Krishna every day. So attentive chanting means careful chanting. And careful means do care about these holy names. We don't just chant them out of duty because we are some kind of religious person and we said, okay, I'll take this as duty toward God in this life. That's good, but that's not enough. It's not enough a response toward what Krishna is giving us. Attentive chanting means we have to care about Radha and Krishna in the form of the holy name. We have to give them our attention, our heart while we're chanting, understanding this divine vibration is not different from them. And when we chant, they come, they're with us. And all the divine love, the divine qualities, the beauty of their heart come and transform us. If we chant this, we call attentive chanting or Shraddha, then all the kama that is in our heart, the personal desire for our own conception of life without Radha Krishna and without pure love will be destroyed. And all things that are impeding us to live in the pure love of Radha and Krishna will be destroyed. And then what will happen when they start to become destroyed? The holy name starts to become extremely sweet. As the person coming out of the jaundice disease, started to taste again the sweetness of sugar candy. So when our heart becomes transformed by the association of the Vaishnava and attentive, careful chanting of the holy name, then the sweetness of the holy name manifests in our life. And this is the effect. No one can say that he's progressing enough, he's very divine taste for the holy name isn't happening in his heart. That's the first symptom of purity, that someone has properly done, properly practiced, properly followed the process that Rupa, Sanatan, Bhaktivinoda, Srila Prabhupada have given us. And that's the proof that they've had with us, because we've been successful in changing our heart, and now we can experience the transcendental sweetness of holiness, like something magical beyond compare, far greater than anything else that we can experience in our life. At that time, the holy name becomes the center of our existence. And from there, we start also appreciating the unlimited sweetness of Krishna's qualities and his pastime and his form. So taste for the holy name manifests also as a very unlimited attraction for his name, but also his form and his qualities. This chanting, sincere chanting, Indra would call it Sneha Samyukta. Sneha means with affection, means with chanting with, as I was saying, deep care for Radha and Krishna, deep understanding that this is the greatest blessing we're receiving. Sneha, with love, with a deep affection, and Samyukta with concentration, with proper attentiveness. Because when we do something which is important for us, we're attentive. When a mother is taking care of her newborn child, she's very careful. She's not messing up things. She's making sure that everything is all right. When a very important personality comes to our house, we're also very careful. When it is the day of our examination or the day of some interview for a new job, anything, I don't know what, when we go for a TV show, or we're very careful because that's very important for us, that's very meaningful, so we're making sure that we will do it the best we can. And that's the way we have to do when we chant Sneha and Samyukta with all our attention and affection. Then gradually, what happens? The effect is transforming the heart and making appear that taste for Krishna's name, his form, his qualities, and his pastimes. It takes some time. It's not in 1 year or two that we acquire such taste. It can be for some fortunate souls. If this happened for some fortunate devotees, we have to understand that that person was already practicing in his previous life. So actually, it's not happening in 1 year or 2 years. It's happening in some life previously, plus maybe quickly in this life. But for most of the devotees, it will take many years to come to such a change of heart. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta speaks about 10 to 20 years. It may be long, it may seem long, but actually it's not, if we understand what it is. Waiting 30 minutes for the bus is a little bit long. Waiting 2 hours for the bus, if we know we have to wait 2 hours for the bus, probably we don't go, because it's not, how to say, there's no use to wait for the bus 2 hours. But if we have to wait to receive 1 billion next month, are you ready to wait for 1 month to receive 1 billion? Yes, everybody is ready to wait. And I'm pretty sure if I would ask anyone and say, are you ready to wait for 1 year and then you receive 1 billion? Everybody would say, yeah, I can wait for 1 year. Because when you receive something great, you're ready to wait for that because it's valuable. So pure love for Krishna is more precious than all the billions and trillions and I don't know what comes after that exist in all the universe, all the universes of the material creation. So we should be willing to wait a little bit, even if it's in terms of 10 years or 20 years in this life. It's nothing compared to the gift that it is. And when we understand that, the wait becomes great. Like if I will tell you next year you get 1 billion, I'm pretty sure you will spend a very great year. You may even think, oh, that's the best year of my life, because you're expecting something very incredible to come, and then that makes your life meaningful and beautiful, because you know everything is going to be, I'm going to receive something amazing. So in the same way, when we're speaking about receiving pure love for Krishna, that love that Radha and Krishna are carrying in their heart, this same love being transferred and fully manifested in our heart, we should be ready to wait for 10 years or 20 years or even more for that. And that should make these 10 years and 20 years the best time ever in our life, because we know we're walking toward the most beautiful gift that can ever be imagined. Even the demigods, they can't have what Radha Krishna in the form of Mahaprabhu are giving us. So we should be full of enthusiasm, so happy that we're walking toward that very beautiful thing. So let's do it, chanting with all our heart and attention. There's a small price to pay. You just give your heart and attention to the holy name, to the great Vaishnavas. Receive their treasure in your heart. Be very receptive, humble, and all the way as we have mentioned last time, Rupa tells us how we have to be. We're trying our best. And now from that, Rupa is telling us now, if you want to attain that unlimited gift of pure love that will be available in this amazing place of Sri Radha-kunda and Radha-kunda, as they will explain in the next verses, then take this advice from me. He said that now this is the most important advice I have to give you. First, you follow this path of reforming your heart with all sincerity and chanting the holy name. And then when you see appreciation is appearing in your life for Radha and Krishna in the holy name, form, qualities and pastime, special taste is appearing in your life. Slowly, it's not that taste is coming like that, it's a gradual thing, like the rising of the morning sun. It's very slow, but it's growing. So when we start to see the first way of this, as well as, and all the more and more as our appreciation for the names and pastime and qualities of Krishna are appearing in our hearts, then we should try the advice of Rupa Goswami, which is to utilize all our time in chanting nicely Krishna's divine names, Radha and Krishna's divine names, and remembering this form of Krishna, such a beautiful form. It's such unlimited, beautiful qualities of Krishna and his eternal pastime. We should now absorb ourselves more and more, try to think about it more and more. No matter what we do, we may be working, we may be staying at home, taking care of our children, we may be a monk, distributing books. What is important is that gradually our appreciation should grow, our sincerity in chanting should grow every day a little bit more. And then we should try to absorb ourselves in that beautiful reality. Krishna's form is so divine. Every millimeter of Krishna's beauty is unlimited. The shape and proportion of Radha and Krishna's body is perfect beyond compare. There is nothing more beautiful that we could even say the heel lobe of Krishna. If we could see only the nose ring of Krishna, or the elbow of Krishna, or the tip of his little finger, or we could just stare at this forever, because it's every second becoming more beautiful. Krishna is like a blue lotus, dark blue lotus, Shyama Kamala. And everything in his form looks like the lotus. It looks like the lotus, it smells, every part of his body smells like a lotus, and every part of his body is as delicate as a lotus petal, as the three ways Radha and Krishna they compare to the lotus. Radha and his beauty is greater than the moon or the sun, and that's not just an ordinary light, it's a light of unlimited love that is growing at every second. And the beauty of Radha in his eyes mesmerize even Krishna himself. She has blue eyes, deep blue, like Krishna's color. And in the color, in that blue color of Radha in his eyes, Krishna resides. So we can't imagine the beauty of Radha's eyes, but we can experience it one day if we chant sincerely the holy name, because she is the unlimited mercy, as well as she is the unlimited love. So we should try more and more to hear about them, their qualities, their beauties, their pastime, and absorb ourselves. This is what Rupa Goswami is telling us. He's telling us My dear friends, this is Rupa. Rupa is a little girl. She is 12 and a half, 13 years old. And she's a maidservant of Sri Radha. She's one of the most beautiful young girls of the three worlds. And she is also just made of pure love and compassion. She is the Kaya Vyuha, an expansion of Radharani's love, an expansion of her body, an expansion of her compassion. And she is telling us, because she loves us so much, she has unlimited love for us. Otherwise, she would not be Rupa. Rupa means she cares for us. She cares so much for us that she comes down to this material world to write these books for us, to tell us how to receive the most sublime gift ever. Same for Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is on the same level as Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatana, and he's helping them in doing the same thing. And that's what Rupa is telling us. She wants us to attain that most beautiful place where the pure love of Radha is most sublimely manifested, Sri Radha-kunda, Sri Shyamakunda. She wants to introduce us to these two divine lakes that are the heart of Radha and Krishna manifested in the form of water. She wants to take us by the hand and bring us there. Fortunately, we're not taking her hand, but we should do. We should take the hand of that most beautiful young girl and follow her footstep toward that beautiful garden surrounding Radha-kunda and Shyamakunda. She will introduce us there. How? By telling us this. Srila Prabhupada in 1972 or 71, when he was doing Kartik lecture by the Samadhi of Sri Rupa Goswami, told us that if you're reading Nectar of Devotion, which is Bhakti Samrita Sindhu by Rupa, then you're associating directly with Rupa. So whatever you read or hear is directly Rupa telling you. Rupa Goswami, which ultimately means Rupa Manjari. It is that little girl, she's telling you this. And you, by listening to her words, written in her book, then you're associating directly with her. Isn't it amazingly beautiful? And then Prabhupada said, and if you're following these advices that she's giving you, then you're directly serving her lotus feet, which means you're directly following her, you're taking her hand and following her on that forest path. That's bringing to and Shyamakunda. She will introduce you to all Radhani's girlfriends. She will introduce you to the pure love of Radha and Krishna. So let us take that beautiful end of Rupa. And she's telling us this: absorb yourself more and more in chanting this name, hearing about and meditating upon their name, their form, their pastime, their qualities. This is what should be your thoughts. Just dive into that beautiful reality. How? By chanting, by remembering all the books that they have written for us to become absorbed. She's not only telling us do that, she's also writing with her other girlfriends like Kasturi Manjari, Krishnadas Kalidas Goswami, and Rati Manjari, Raghunath Goswami, Vilas Manjari, Jiva Goswami, and so many others. They're writing for us all these scriptures so that we can become absorbed in thinking about Krishna more and more. Because the more you read, then the more you will end up be thinking about what you read. And then she said, you have to absorb yourself in this chanting as well as follow in the footsteps of us, the eternal inhabitants of Raj, the servants and maidservants of Radha and Krishna. You just follow us, you learn about us, how we're serving Radha and Krishna. You fall in love with us, you take our hand, and you become one of us. First, in your aspiration, make this goal to become one of us as the ultimate goal of your life, and think about us and try to follow the way we're serving Radha and Krishna. How? By desiring above everything else that we will be able one day to become also an eternal associate of Radha and Krishna and be with us and serve them in the same way. So meditate upon us and the way we're serving with Radha and Krishna. In this way you will be with us. Follow in our footsteps while residing in the divine land of Raj. And then Rupa says, okay, if you can't reside physically in the divine land of Raj, then try to visit it sometime. And when you're not able to live there physically, then live there mentally. It's possible, it has the same potency. Rupa says that someone says, I want to go to Vrindavan, then he immediately obtains the benefit of visiting Vrindavan. That's the mercy of this divine place. So we have to think every day, I would like to live there. This is the goal of my life. And then every day we can come mentally to the place in Vrindavan. We can come to the Yamuna river, take some water. We can come to the Vrindavan forest in our mind. Srila Shivaram Maharaj Goswami, Shivaram Maharaj calls it the Vrindavan of the heart. It is there, and in this Vrindavan of the heart, you can live wherever you are. In the universe. All this will bring the mercy of Radha and Krishna toward us. This is like a magnet. To follow Rupa is a magnet to bring the divine love and mercy of Radha and Krishna. And to take shelter of the holy name. To take shelter of Gauranga. And to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada and their mission. In the beginning, we're taking shelter of the mission of Radha and Krishna to spread the mercy to so many people. And this will, while cultivating the advices of Rupa, of behaving very properly with all the Vaishnavas and following the footsteps, avoiding the bad things that are taking us to develop love for Radha and Krishna, and embracing the things that are awakening that love in our heart. We follow that path while taking shelter of Mahaprabhu and his movement, And while giving our life to distribute His love and mercy, even though we may not have received them, we may become already a little instrument to share what we're receiving. At the same time we're receiving it, we can start to share it. And by doing so, yata yata gora padara vindaya, vindeta bhakti krita punya rasi, tata tata utsor pitoridya kasma, radha padambuja sudamburasi. While we give our life and we make the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga, the treasure of our heart, then we will be transferred and we will end up finding ourselves in the ocean that's flowing, the ocean of pure love that's flowing from Radha and his lotus feet. By developing love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and giving him our life, thinking of Mahaprabhu, then we will be transferred. So this is also very important. Radha-kunda is not attained without the mercy of Gaura. And on the bank of Shyamakund, there is this Baitak, sitting place, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and sat on the south bank of Shyamakund. And this is a very important place to access Sri Radha-kunda, because there Mahaprabhu is present, and the nature of Mahaprabhu is to give us access, to give us mercy. So we take shelter of this sitting place of Mahaprabhu, and we meditate, and we pray for him to please let us enter into that divine place, and let that divine love, which is embodied by these two lakes, enter in our heart. That's why it's good to come to Vrindavan at least once in our life to see these places, how they have manifested on earth, because it will help us to meditate upon Raj, the divine name of Radha and Krishna, and then to come there every day in our mind, wherever we are, wherever we're serving the mission of Mahaprabhu. If we can't, that's okay, we can still look at some pictures, and we can also read the description of the transcendental Radha-kunda and Shyamakunda and Govardhan. That will be, I would say, the enhanced way of living mentally in Vraj. So the first way of living mentally in Vraj is to think about the Dham that we can see nowadays with our eyes. But this is not the Dham exactly like it is. This is some aspect of the Dham that remains here for us to bless us. And that is visible to our material eyes by Radha and Krishna's mercy. But we can't see all the jeweled stairs going down to Radha-kunda. These are not more visible to the material eyes. Still, to remember that Dham, which is still present nowadays, because in one sense it's not different, is also considered like living in Vraj, but it's the very beginning of living in Vraj. The real way of living in Vraj, or coming mentally to Vraj, is by hearing the divine descriptions that the Goswami they give us, that Rupa and Rati and Vinod, who is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they give us in their beautiful books. When we hear the description of Nandagram, the description of, in Vrajariti Chintamani, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is describing Vrindavan in such a beautiful way. It's like you see it, you see such beauty, and you're just wondering how such a beauty can exist. It's further than any description of heaven we have ever heard. It's way more beautiful than any description of Radha-kunda we can find in the Bhagavatam. So that's, we have to hear these books, and also Vrajavila Sastavai by Raghunath Das Goswami. All these little girls, maidservant of Radharani, they're writing all this beauty for us. And then when we hear about this beauty, these descriptions of the cities and gardens of Nandagram, Javad, Varshana, Radha-kunda, Shyamakunda, Giraj, Govardhan Hill, and Vrindavan forest, then we can think about, meditate about these places, upon these places. And that's the real, second level of living in Vraj mentally. We're living in the place that is described by Rupa and Sanatan. And then the third level is when this divine Dham appears in our heart, and then we do really live there. But that's a higher path, a higher level that comes, let's say, at the level of Ashakti, deep attachment for Krishna, which means after being completely purified and chanting purely the holy name. So that's how we live eternally in Vraj. Remember the Dham that you may have seen with your eyes when you once visited, and try to make this Dham fit with the descriptions. Try to realize that this is only the remnant of what is described by Rupa and Kasturi and Rati in their books. And by hearing these descriptions, we can find a lot of them in Navavraj Mahima by Shivaram Maharaj, as well as the books that I've already described, as well as Ananda Vrindavan Shampoo by Kavi Karnapur, Govinda Lilamrita. There are so many beautiful descriptions that it's so strikingly amazing, supremely beautiful, that you have to read not just once, read again and again, regularly, whenever you can. Try to understand the beauty that is there. And then the people that are there also. In Vrajvilasa Stava, Raghunath Das Goswami is introducing us to all the personalities of Raj. Also the places, but also the personalities. And in Radha Krishna Ganudesh Deepika, also Rupa is introducing us to all the personalities of Raj. It's like if she, Rupa Manjari, as a little girl, is taking us by the hand and introducing us to all this person. This is Vrinda, she is like this, is like that. This is such and such. Devotee from the material world is sincere, he wants to know more about you, please bless him. And then she's taking us to Purnamasi Devi, Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, describing all of them. So that's how we become absorbed in Radha and Krishna's pastimes and entourage and divine abode by hearing Shruti Kshita Pata. We have to hear about all this, and that's why the Goswami, they wrote all these books. That's why Prabhupada also wrote us all these books, in order to enable us to become absorbed completely. And then when we chant the holy names, all this beauty comes alive. We realize that it's not actually just some novel that they have written, but it's a a reality that we just can't see normally with our eyes. But when we chant the holy name with purity, with love, then gradually we see, wow, this description actually, they're describing something very much real, very much alive, and very tangible actually. The only thing is that this reality is not to be seen by the biological eyes. They are to be seen by the eyes of the heart. They are within, and by the chanting of the holy name, and they are within the holy name also. By the chanting of the holy name, then gradually in thinking about these descriptions, then we will see, wow, actually, it's true, it exists. Now I can start to perceive it. That's the effect of proper chanting. So, that is the essence of all advice, Upadesha Amrita from Sri Rupa. That's the path she wants us to thread. And if we do, then after she will tell us in 3 verses what we will see and where she is bringing us, what we will attain by following this divine path. We will become advanced, our heart will become purified, and then we will be able to follow the eternal associates of Radha and Krishna by thinking about them. They will start to become part of our daily, real life. And by their mercy, we will be introduced to Sri Radha-kunda and Sri Shyama-kunda. Not only, as well as Sri Nandagram, Sri Varshana, and Yavat. Nandagram, Varshana, and Yavat, they are the 3 main cities in the divine abode of Krishna. Krishna lives in Nandagram, Radha lives half of the year in Varshana, half of the year in Javata. And these 3 cities are standing on 3 different hills, like a triangle. And it's between these cities that the pastimes are happening. So many pastimes happening between Varshana and Nandagram in Sanketa, Prema Sarovar, and many others, where Radha and Krishna they meet. They experience the unlimited beauty of their love with their very close friends. And between Nandagram and Javat, Terkadamba is there as well as many other places. And we have also Govardhan Hill, and we have also another region is Vrindavan forest on the bank of the Yamuna. In Radha Krishna's pastime, this is only a forest and a river, but such a forest. I mean, the divine gardens of Indra, Nandakanana, in the heavenly planets, they are trash compared to the divine beauty of Vrindavan. Though they are very beautiful for our material eyes, we can't even see them if we're living on earth. But the divine beauty of the forest of Vrindavan is beyond compare and beyond imagination. But through hearing the description of Rupa, Rati, Lavanga, Vinod, Kamala, we can start becoming introduced in that divine abode. So let's take the chance, let's take their hand and follow them on the path where they want to take us. This is forest path. It may look small, it may look, how to say, mysterious in the beginning, but we should be confident. They are the most trustworthy young girls of the three worlds, or even persons of the three worlds. They're not going to bring us to a bad place, they're bringing us to the most divine place where we can receive the most divine gift of Radha and Krishna's love, the very love that Radha and Krishna are carrying within their heart. So next time, now, we will speak about the three last verses of Upadishamrita about Sri Radha-kunda. And then after that, we will go further into the appearance of Radha-kunda in the land of Goloka, and what is the Radha-kunda, and the descriptions of Radha-kunda, and we will introduce ourselves to the eternal girlfriends of Radhani and their different kunj. And so much beauty will be there. Meanwhile, we can continue to chant the holy name with love and affection and attention under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. We can be sure Prabhupada is also one of these personalities. Srila Govinda Maharaj said, a very dear eternal Saki of Sri Radha, giving also us her divine hand and taking us by the hand on this forest path toward Radha-kunda and Shyama-kunda, because that's also his eternal abode. So that's where Prabhupada wants to bring us back home, back to Godhead. Actually, Prabhupada wants to say back home, back to Radha-kunda. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki.